In the ever-evolving saga of reality television's most polarizing personalities, Kody Brown, the infamous patriarch from TLC's long-running hit Sister Wives, has once again found himself in the center of an online firestorm. This time, the controversy does not stem from his family drama, heated arguments with his ex-wives, or his eyebrow-raising admissions during reunion specials, but rather from a surprising career move that has left fans both stunned and mercilessly amused. The revelation that Kody is competing on the physically grueling Fox reality series Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, has sparked a whirlwind of sarcastic commentary, skeptical disbelief, and a level of collective roasting from the internet that even his most dedicated critics might not have predicted. Among the most viral responses to the news is one cutting quip that has spread like wildfire across social media. "Doesn't the knife in the kidney disqualify him?" For those unfamiliar, Special Forces, World's Toughest Test is not your average reality show. Thrusts celebrities and public figures into an extreme, military-style training environment where they endure brutal physical challenges, mental endurance trials, and high-stakes simulations designed to test the limits of human resilience. The show is modeled after real-life military selection programs, stripping away creature comforts and forcing participants to dig deep within themselves to survive the experience. It has seen contestants quit in tears, collapse from exhaustion, and confront their deepest fears. So naturally, when news broke that Kody Brown, best known for managing a turbulent polygamous household and for often appearing winded by the mere act of emotional confrontation, was joining the ranks of physically elite contestants, the internet could not resist poking fun. The announcement came with all the fanfare one might expect from Fox, complete with promotional images of Kody looking stern and ready for combat, wearing camouflage gear and exuding the kind of confidence usually reserved for trained soldiers. But the optics did little to sway the Sister Wives fan base, many of whom have spent years watching Kody struggle not with push-ups or obstacle courses, but with keeping his relationships intact and managing family conflict without causing chaos. For viewers who have followed his journey from the early days of Sister Wives, when the family appeared to be a tight-knit polygamous unit, to the present day where his relationships with 3 of his wives have collapsed into bitterness and estrangement, the idea of Kody voluntarily subjecting himself to intense physical pain seemed almost too good to be true. The social media reaction was instantaneous and relentless. On Reddit threads dedicated to Sister Wives gossip, fans began crafting elaborate jokes about how Kody would fare on the show's grueling obstacle courses. Will they have a segment where he has to run from 4 angry ex-wives? Because that would be the only part he'd win, one commenter quipped, earning hundreds of upvotes. Others questioned whether Kody's much-discussed knife in the kidney comment, a now infamous metaphor he used to describe his feelings of betrayal from his ex-wife Christine, would come into play. If he's already got a knife in the kidney, he should probably sit this one out, another fan wrote, referencing the dramatic tell-all episode in which Kody accused Christine of figuratively stabbing him in the back. The phrase "knife in the kidney" has become part of Sister Wives lore, shorthand among fans for Kody's flair for melodramatic self-pity. It has been memed, gifed, and repeated endlessly whenever Kody appears to wallow in perceived victimhood. So when news broke that he was taking on an actual physical endurance challenge, the metaphor returned to haunt him in the most public way possible. "This is a medical emergency, Kody," joked one Twitter user, sharing a mock-up of a doctor's note excusing him from Special Forces training. Patient is unable to complete physical exertion due to knife lodged in kidney since 2022. Of course, beyond the jokes, there's a layer of genuine skepticism about how Kody will handle the demands of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. Viewers who have seen him on Sister Wives are accustomed to a man who spends much of his time in emotionally charged conversations, not dangling from ropes over cliffs or plunging into icy waters. The Special Forces format is notorious for its lack of mercy, demanding contestants push through blinding exhaustion, hunger, and fear without complaint. And yet, Kody's track record on television suggests that when the going gets tough, he often gets defensive, argumentative, or retreats entirely from the problem. The idea of him reacting that way in a military-style training camp has fueled endless comedic scenarios in fan circles. But to give credit where it's due, Kody is not the first reality TV figure to attempt this transformation. Special Forces has drawn contestants from all corners of pop culture, from actors to athletes to reality show alumni, many of whom joined with something to prove. For some, the experience was an opportunity to rewrite public perception. For others, it was a humbling reality check. Whether Kody's participation will fall into the former or the latter category remains to be seen, but judging by the internet's reactions so far, few people are betting on a redemption arc. Instead, they seem to be preparing for what they believe will be a train wreck of epic proportions. The online roasting has also taken a personal angle, with many fans recalling moments from Sister Wives where Kody's behavior stood in stark contrast to the kind of teamwork and selflessness demanded by Special Forces. Viewers have brought up his tendency to play favorites, most notably with his fourth wife, Robyn, as evidence that he might struggle in a team environment where equal effort and mutual support are essential. Imagine Kody trying to do a group challenge and only helping Robyn, one Facebook user snarked, suggesting that his favoritism might manifest even in a military obstacle course. Another commented, "The man couldn't even coordinate a family move without drama, and now he's going to coordinate scaling a wall under enemy fire?" It is worth noting that Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, is filmed in harsh, unforgiving environments, often with freezing temperatures, rough terrain, and minimal resources. Contestants are stripped of luxuries, privacy, and personal comfort. Given Kody's on-screen persona as someone who likes to be in control of his surroundings, and often complains loudly when things don't go his way, some fans are bracing for an early elimination. Memes have already circulated predicting that he'll tap out within the first 48 hours, citing his history of dramatically walking away from difficult situations in his family life. Meanwhile, a smaller but still vocal portion of the internet is taking a slightly more charitable view, suggesting that perhaps the physical and mental challenge of Special Forces could be exactly what Kody needs. Some argue that the show's no-nonsense instructors, who are known for breaking down egos and demanding humility, might give Kody a dose of self-awareness that years of family conflict never managed to achieve. If anyone can take him down a peg, it's an ex-SAS officer screaming in his face at 4 a.m., one commenter noted, half joking but also hinting at a sliver of hope that Kody could emerge from the experience a changed man. Still, the overwhelming tone of the online conversation is one of disbelief laced with humor. Sister Wives fans have spent over a decade watching Kody in domestic chaos, often focusing more on verbal sparring than physical feats. The juxtaposition of that history with the image of him trudging through mud, carrying heavy packs, or hanging from helicopter ladders is simply too absurd for many to take seriously. And the knife in the kidney comment remains the centerpiece of this mockery, symbolizing the gap between Kody's dramatic storytelling style and the stark life-or-death realism of Special Forces challenges. As the premiere date for Kody's Special Forces season approaches, anticipation is building not just among Fox viewers but among the entire Sister Wives fandom. Reddit threads dedicated to live commenting reality TV are already planning watch parties, with fans eager to see if Kody will rise to the occasion or crumble under the pressure. The Sister Wives subreddit in particular has dubbed the event Knife in the Kidney, the military edition, promising play-by-play posts filled with both earnest analysis and biting sarcasm. Whether Kody realizes it or not, his participation in Special Forces has become more than just a reality TV crossover. It's become a cultural moment for fans who have long felt that his on-screen persona was ripe for parody. In their eyes, this is a man stepping far outside his comfort zone, into an arena where excuses and favoritism won't earn him any sympathy. And while many may tune in hoping for an epic fail, others will be watching closely to see if there's any chance that Kody's bravado can translate into genuine toughness when it really matters. In the end, regardless of whether he makes it to the final challenge or bows out early, Kody Brown has already succeeded in doing one thing: getting people talking. Conversation may be filled with jokes, memes, and biting one-liners about kidneys and knives, but it's undeniable that this unexpected twist in his career has reignited public interest in his story. Perhaps that was the goal all along. Or perhaps, in some unlikely universe, Kody truly believes he can conquer the Special Forces gauntlet and prove to the world that he's more than the polarizing TLC figure viewers have come to know. For now, all anyone can do is wait for the first episode to air, when the cameras will capture Kody's every move under the harshest conditions imaginable. Will he emerge victorious, earning a newfound respect from his critics? Or will the knife in the kidney be his undoing, as fans predict? Either way, one thing is certain. The internet will be ready, memes locked and loaded, for whatever comes next in the ever-entertaining saga of Kody Brown. For over a decade, Kody Brown has been one of reality television's most polarizing figures, a man whose name is synonymous with TLC's sister wives and all the drama, heartbreak, and controversy that has come with it. Since the show's debut in 2010, audiences have seen the polygamous patriarch navigate the complexities of 4 marriages, raise 18 children, face constant financial hurdles, and eventually watch his family unit fracture in spectacular fashion. As the years passed, the narrative around Kody shifted from a complicated but well-meaning family man to something far less flattering. By the time the most recent seasons aired, many fans openly referred to him as the villain of Sister Wives, accusing him of favoritism toward his 4th wife Robyn, emotional neglect of his other wives, and an unwillingness to take responsibility for his role in the collapse of his marriages. Now, in a twist that has stunned both his supporters and his harshest critics, Kody is stepping onto a new stage, one that could either help him rewrite his public image or cement his reputation forever. He has officially joined Fox's latest reality venture, and insiders suggest he is determined to use this platform to rehabilitate how the world sees him. The move has taken even long-time reality TV watchers by surprise. Kody has spent years as the central figure in a family-focused show where the action centered around living rooms, kitchens, and emotional sit-downs rather than grueling physical or mental challenges. His entire television career has unfolded in a safe space, safe at least compared to what Fox's new reality series promises. This new show, which blends high-pressure competition with personal storytelling, is designed to push its participants out of their comfort zones. Contestants are forced to confront fears, face down physical endurance tests, and engage in strategic gameplay that demands quick thinking under stress. It's a far cry from the emotional conversations and family negotiations that have defined Kody's TV persona so far. For Kody, the opportunity comes at a critical time. Sister Wives, while still pulling in strong ratings, has transformed his once carefully curated image into something of a cautionary tale. Viewers have watched his relationships with Mary, Janelle, and Christine disintegrate on camera, often in ways that painted him as controlling, dismissive, or outright hostile. His tendency to double down on controversial statements like the infamous knife in the kidney comment aimed at Christine has become meme fodder. The backlash has been particularly intense online, where fans dissect every scene, body language cue, and word choice with forensic precision. In these digital spaces, the consensus has been brutal. Kody is the antagonist of his own story. It's no wonder, then, that he might see Fox's new show as a lifeline, a chance to reframe himself as someone capable of humility, grit, and perhaps even redemption. A reality competition environment offers something Sister Wives never could: the opportunity for Kody to be judged not on his marital decisions or his interpersonal conflicts, but on his ability to adapt, survive, and maybe even inspire. If he can endure the hardships of the show and display teamwork, vulnerability, and resilience, there's a chance he could emerge with a more balanced public perception. The concept of the show itself seems tailor-made for image rehabilitation. Fox has built a reputation for creating programs that test celebrities in unexpected ways, revealing sides of their personalities the audience has never seen. In this case, contestants will be stripped of the trappings of their everyday lives and thrust into scenarios where status, past fame, and personal drama mean nothing. Success will depend entirely on how they perform in the moment. For Kody, who has often been accused of avoiding accountability, this could be a pivotal opportunity to prove his critics wrong by showing he can take orders, work as part of a team, and face challenges head-on without excuses. Till not everyone is convinced. The announcement of Kody's participation was met with a predictable wave of skepticism and sarcasm from the Sister Wives fanbase. Social media lit up within hours, with Reddit threads filling up with speculation about how quickly he might quit and whether his infamous self-pity would survive in a no-nonsense competition environment. On Twitter, one user wrote, "Changing your villain image? Step 1. Stop being the villain," while another quipped, "Will the challenges involve ignoring 3 people while giving all your energy to one? Because he'd win that." The internet, it seems, is not ready to give Kody the benefit of the doubt just yet. Even among those willing to entertain the idea of his redemption, there is an understanding that the road ahead will be difficult. Kody has built a brand, intentionally or not, on being outspoken, confrontational, and sometimes stubborn to the point of self-destruction. Shedding that persona will require not just a change in behavior but a change in how he sees himself. Viewers will be watching closely for signs of growth, but they will also be ready to call out anything that feels performative or disingenuous. The challenge will not only be to survive the competition physically but to convince a skeptical audience that his transformation is authentic. The stakes are high for Fox as well. Bringing someone as controversial as Kody into a competition series is a gamble. On one hand, his presence guarantees attention, headlines, and an existing fan base, both supporters and detractors, who will tune in just to see what happens. On the other hand, there's always the risk that his reputation will overshadow the show itself, with the conversation focusing more on his past behavior than on the competition. That said, reality television thrives on strong personalities, and few are as polarizing as Kody Brown. Whether viewers love him, hate him, or love to hate him, they will watch. Interestingly, this is not the first time Kody has attempted to sway public opinion in his favor. Over the years, he has used interviews, reunion specials, and even social media to try and present his side of the story. However, these efforts have often been undermined by the raw, unfiltered footage of Sister Wives, where his actions have sometimes spoken louder than his words. In that sense, Fox's show might offer a more controlled environment, albeit one where the control lies in his performance rather than in editing or narrative framing. Question remains whether the Kody who emerges on Fox will be the same Kody Sister Wives fans think they know. Will the competitive setting bring out a hidden side of him, one that is collaborative, humble, and focused, or will it amplify the traits that have made him so controversial in the first place? There's also the unpredictable element of how other contestants will respond to him. In a high-pressure environment, alliances and rivalries form quickly, and someone with Kody's history might find it harder to earn trust and respect from his peers. For now, the anticipation surrounding his appearance is building. Fox has begun releasing promotional material featuring Kody alongside the rest of the cast, highlighting his determination to prove himself. In interviews, he has hinted that this experience will be different from anything he's done before and that he's approaching it with an open mind and a willingness